All right.
Porky Pig. It's such a sad character because he tries. He'll be like, I'm gonna say this copy that's been written. And then he just goes, fuck it. Welcome to another episode of this show. Welcome to another episode of I'm Into That. With Matt.
And EJ.
We have a fun day today.
Yeah.
We have Kelsey Darragh. She's coming on later to talk about Harry Potter, I think. A lot of it, I'm sure we'll... But how have you been?
I've been doing well.
Anything that you've been crazy into lately?
I still have been listening to a lot of lo-fi hip hop, but I've been getting more into like certain type of songs that maybe have throwbacks to like old TV shows that I used to watch in it, like or even video games. Like a song that I have been jamming to a lot recently it's called Link, and it's a Legend of Zelda one, and so it has the intro to the game from Ocarina of Time, but then it also like makes it into like, no, that's I think her name's Saria. That's Saria's song. But it like has it's okay.
I don't know what you're talking
You've never played. You played Legend of Zelda?
Played Breath of the Wild. That was the first one.
That's the only one you played?
I played Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. And
if I lend you my DS, will you play them?
No.
Damn it, Matt. What about you? What have you been into?
I've been watching a lot of musicals.
Really?
I watched Shrek the Musical. It was fine. I didn't like it at all. The songs are strange. The guy goes in and out of a Scottish accent. It was bothersome.
How many Matt Real thumbs up do you give it?
None.
Ooh.
0.
Oh.
I don't like Shrek. Sorry. That's been my life.
Harry Potter could be made into a musical.
We can write a Harry Potter musical.
I'm down. I'm in it.
I'm Harry Potter.
He's Harry Potter.
That's a good start.
We'll figure it out. We'll flesh
Hermione
it out.
and Ron and the others. Harry Potter. Wait, no. There is the Potter the musical. Harry Potter musical. That's what I was thinking of. There's the Star Kid musicals. If we post a video and say there's no musical of Harry Potter,
yeah,
YouTube's gonna be up our bums.
Yep.
And you go, oh, there sure is.
That's all the comments will say.
Yeah, they're all like 50-year-old horses. And let's go. Kelsey Darragh. We'll be back after that. We're here, Kelsey Darragh.
Hi.
That's not the way you intro a guest.
No.
I am joined by Kelsey Darragh. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Are you going to say anything else about me? You didn't.
Yes,
you didn't even say like the lovely Kelsey. You just said
I don't
Kelsey
like
Darragh.
that. I legitimately wonder if you should be saying lovely about a
Fair.
female.
That's true, and I appreciate that because you know what? Chris Hardwick used to do that with his guests, and people would give him shit. People would be like, "Why do you always?" And he's like, "No, I introduce everyone like that." Turned out he was a dirtbag anyways. Sorry, I didn't mean to project that on you.
Fuck
Like,
it.
very first episodes. We didn't need to talk about
I'm not
that
into
controversy.
that. No, that's fine.
But go ahead, continue with your
I am
intro.
here with the incredibly talented, incredibly funny,
Much better.
often nice Kelsey Darragh.
Often nice.
Yeah. You've been nothing but nice to me.
You know what? Now that you say that, I was transferring over all my info from one computer to the next, and I found a letter of recommendation, and I was like, this must be for me. What lovely letter did someone write about me? And I opened it. It was the one I wrote for you.
Yeah.
I wrote a very nice letter of recommendation.
It was wonderful.
Wow.
I did get the position, and then they let me go.
Well, life, you know.
But you weren't there for that part.
Nah.
You were only there to get me in.
Yeah, that's how it was. I was for the ins, not the outs.
Yes, it worked.
Great. You're welcome.
Very successful on BuzzFeed.
Oh, thanks.
Great podcast.
I tried.
On which one?
Both. In most things I do.
No, but you hosted the Adult Shit podcast with Kate Peterman.
I did.
And now you're doing a new one, but I don't know if you can talk about it yet.
We haven't talked about it yet, but
Okay.
I can say that It's exciting and it's going to be super fun.
Okay.
It's going to be like nothing like adult shit, but everything like it. You know what I mean?
So it'll be like it in the way that it's a podcast
Yes.
and you're in it.
Yes.
Outside of that,
Nothing the
all
same.
bets are off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. But we're not here to talk about
No,
your
I talk
work.
about that all the time.
this. Is every other podcast in the world
Yes.
is going to talk about how great you are. We're here to talk about how weird you are
Oh, well, when presented that way.
in so many words.
I thought this podcast was a really cool idea because you presented it in a way of like, we've got this platform. We're going to invite really famous, cool people who are very special to me. And we're going to talk about nothing that you normally hear them talk about, which I thought was a very cool concept.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Just in a
so
different
many
way.
words.
Got it.
We're here. This show is to talk about. I wanted to do a slam, then I realized I made this,
Yeah.
and there's water.
And also, it's mostly audio, so people are just gonna be like, "Well, what was that noise?" Also,
This-
you have a coffee cup with the word "coffee" on it that has water in it. Just pointing it out. Not here to judge. Not my place. Not my podcast.
This is you're like the masked magician, but for showbiz secrets. Do you remember the masked magician?
No. Are you older than me?
I don't think so.
You're just weirder. You're into weird things.
That's true. That's why I'm doing this
Fair,
podcast.
fair. Yeah. What's your weird thing?
This podcast is only so I can talk about Spy Kids and musicals.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah. Spy Kids was awesome. What was the second thing?
And musicals.
Oh, I love musicals.
Because I always get fixated on
Do you
it.
love musicals?
I love musicals.
Oh my God. Do you want to know? You remember last year when it was really big on social medias to post what your Spotify like year in Spotify
Oh, yeah.
was? Do you want to know what my number one song was?
No. Yes, I do want to know, but I don't know it.
I was about to leave because what the fuck else am I doing here?
I think it should also be prefaced that I don't know how to host a podcast.
It's okay. You're doing great. Neither did I. I just kind of talked as much as I could until someone told me to shut up. So this is what.
That's what you're here for today.
Got it.
Your number one song on your Spotify year in review playlist.
Dear Evan Hansen, the one about the person killing himself. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh fuck! It's my favorite musical ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who does the music?
It was Ben Platt was
I know
the
that
main
name.
guy, and he's from.
Oh, that's a singer.
You know him from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, he's the magician guy.
Bringing it full circle to the magician that
and
you
now
were just
that's
talking
the end
about.
of the show. We've gone full circle.
What was the
okay,
magician?
great. So-
Why can't I say that word? Magician.
Masked magician.
Oh, it's masked.
No, it's not.
Was it masked or
Did you
masked?
say mass or mast?
I focused on getting magician right.
Shouldn't you also intro your producer?
No, we do that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He's
Sorry, I'm gonna
Looking out for
not.
me. No, I
I'm
appreciate
gonna
that.
not like try.
I
and
appreciate you
produce
looking
this
out for me.
podcast. I'm looking out for
Thank
you.
I focused on getting magician right, and I fucked up masked.
At least you're
Oh,
not
masked
like
was the
musician
word.
like me.
The masked magician.
People are gonna think we're high. It's because there's no AC. It's just high in here.
The masked magician was a man. He did the show. He had a show on Fox, and he would do the tricks, and then he would explain how they were done.
Oh, what an asshole!
Everyone hated his
Yeah,
guts,
that would
and I
make
can't
sense.
remember why I brought it up.
Didn't they base a character off of like that in that movie? Now You See Me.
I didn't see it.
I feel like I might have been the only person.
I saw the first
in
one. The
America.
second one was so
yeah,
bad.
the old guy, the guy who's got the
Oh,
English.
yeah, yeah.
Wasn't his character
Chris
based on
Plummer?
someone
that
who
he explained.
he
it, or- yeah.
exposes, or maybe it was Morgan Freeman's character that exposed.
Are
Well,
you
if
rolling
you're
on your
exposed-
camera?
What?
I don't think you're rolling on on your camera.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry to.
Oh.
Oh no! See,
Bam. Here we are.
That's his name.
That's my intro.
I was just shocked that you were like sound affecting your own intro.
we got to get the budget up.
No
It's
money.
okay. On
There's no money.
on Adult Shit, we would sing the intro song every time, and then that became like the
That's
staple
cool.
of how we opened.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like at first it was like we just didn't know how to intro it, so we would like kind of be like dun, like singing along with the thing, and then it became how we opened them. It's not important.
I listened
Anyways,
to one episode of it, and I was like, "This isn't for me."
You're not the audience.
And I don't think I want
Which
to know these
episode
things
did you-
about.
did you-
It was like the
squirting?
first one. No.
Oh, hose, how to hoe.
And I think it was
Yeah.
maybe like 5 minutes. I was like, "Oh, they're gonna get real in this," and I don't.
No.
need to
We
know this
we
stuff.
probably talked about vaginas 90% of the time. Here's the thing. I think it was fun. We did 30 episodes, and it's gonna be something great that I can like look back on. But if I would have had to do more episodes, like there's only so many times you can talk about queefing into someone's mouth by accident that like that story gets old eventually.
Boom.
You know, like
Yeah.
Are you also the sound effects person?
Basically.
He is.
Until we do.
Got it.
Until we get.
He's over
but it
there.
was fun. But so no, it's super fun to now see how other people are doing podcasts. I think people are starting to understand that podcast is the new entertainment. People be on their phones, and people usually be alone on their phones. So why not like have some background noise? You know. Hello?
I always having podcasts on. Put them on in the house while I'm cleaning or shaving.
Yeah, and it makes you sound like your friends.
I think they're my friends.
My neighbors probably think I'm just like so popular.
Oh.
But no one's ever over.
Oh.
Ever. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I can't help you there.
It's okay. Thanks for trying, I guess.
Well, this show is to have my actual friends on.
I'm your friend.
I no secrets on this show. I email out and I say, what do you want to talk about?
So you emailed me and you said, give me things you're obsessed with talking about. And I realized that I couldn't think of any. You were like, a conspiracy theory, a food you love. Like, I couldn't think of anything besides shows.
And movies.
And movies.
Harry Potter.
Number one. I mean,
There's no question in my mind that Harry Potter is going to be the most brought up thing on this podcast.
But here's the thing. That's what's beautiful about it. Is that it's created a community that it's the biggest fan base. It's an unmatched fan base. We're a different breed of person. It just feels so much more emotional and intimate.
Yes.
Than like the science funny of, I don't know, other fan. I don't know any other fandom, so I might be talking shit about something I don't know shit about. But
I can speak from the opposite because I'm a like Star Trek. I like science fiction. I don't really fanboy about a lot of stuff,
but that's
except for the
something
Spy
big.
Kids series. But I never understood Harry Potter. Well, I
didn't realize that this was going to be like a convince you why it's good podcast.
No, that's not the point. Although we did joke about calling this show I'm Not Into That because it's mostly me challenging people's.
Got it.
I do like Harry Potter. I've seen all the movies now.
Have you read the book?
No.
That's a big problem.
Well, baby steps.
Okay, but usually people do it the other way.
Usually, that's not me.
Sorry, I just want to bring in these bananas into frame because I am hungry. I haven't eaten
Have
yet.
a banana.
Can I have one?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'll delete the footage so my girlfriend never sees that.
Oh, sorry. This is going to be gross for sound.
I think people are going to love it.
Mukbang.
It's
ASMR.
ASMR. I was about to say.
What's mukbang?
Mukbang, I just recently discovered. Also something I'm like weirdly into.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. It's YouTubers sitting in front of a camera eating a giant meal.
But where's mukbang? I thought it was a food.
Mukbang is the art of sitting in front of a camera eating a ton of food. So, like, someone will get all the burgers from In-N-Out and sit there and eat all the burgers, or all the cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. Here's the weird thing. It's addicting.
I don't want to see people eat things, except for when I go into a restaurant.
Here's what I didn't realize was that it makes you really hungry. Like, don't watch a mukbang without food. The same way you shouldn't watch, like, the Food Network unless you have dinner in front of you.
Sure.
So it says here it started in South Korea.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense.
Trending live streaming fad in South Korea where somebody prepares and or eats on camera.
But then, of course, like white people do, we took it and we started doing it, and now it's our thing. It's a YouTuber's thing.
What is there a person you like, or is there a food you go after? Because are you like, I want to see people eat Chipotle burritos?
I think what happened was I watched one, and then it started showing up in my sidebars. I've eaten In-N-Out before, many times.
Sure.
But when I watched this, mukbang In-N-Out, it was like I was having it for the first time.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
They just like, they describe it, they talk about it, and you're like, oh.
And you're like, you're right.
And I've had it a million times, so
Yeah.
I don't know what about it. Like, is it like a fetish? I don't know.
Maybe the idea of it is better than that.
Oh my God.
The idea of what?
I wish I could do it. I wish I could sit and have like 7 burgers from In-N-Out.
Oh.
But watching someone else do it, it's kind of like a weird form of an eating disorder where I'm like, oh yeah, it's like it's me, but it's not.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Mukbang.
It's fun to say too. What do I do with this? Can I just?
And now the banana.
Now it's gone.
So I could cut all of that out.
So fuck mukbangs. Back to Harry Potter.
I had not done anything with Harry Potter until I went to Universal Studios, Florida, Orlando.
I'm from Tampa.
Yeah, from Florida.
So I used to go there all the time.
And I was like, oh, whoa,
Magical
this
land.
shit is fucking cool. I was blown away with how interesting everything was. They nailed the world. And then I was like, well, I want to know more about this world.
You feel like it's magic when you go there, because just the way that they even Like the way they built the castle is in a way that they did this with French homes too, was they would stack these houses next to each other and they would make the windows on the first floor very big. And then the third floor where the maid would sleep, they would make them very tiny. And so it looks like you have this big house, but the maids would really be in this tiny house with no windows. And
they're like, we're giving the maids great spaces.
And they had to walk all the way up the stairs.
Up.
But so they did that with the castle. They make the bottom really big, these big rocks that you're walking in through the rocks. But then the top is just really probably not to scale at all.
Like 20 feet in the air and it's just teeny weeny.
Yeah, because if you go on the Hagrid's ride, you can look right across at the castle and you're like, oh, I'm like eye level with the castle and it's not that
They're right next
big.
to each other, right? There's a Forbidden Journey and then the ride's
and
insane.
now in Orlando they opened up Diagon Alley, which is the new cool thing. I gotta be honest, TBH, the one in Hollywood is dog shit compared to the one in Florida.
Just the park itself?
Yeah,
just everything
about it. It's like more crowded here because people are out here visiting LA. It's like, and then they have those weird escalators. Not a fan, but I go all the time.
Oh man, I did the escalator thing. I was there with my mom because she would we're big movie heads and we're like, let's go do the tour. And then we went all the way down like several escalators and it was like, it's not that way. So we had to go fucking back
That's
up.
the other thing is like you can't buy stuff. Like every time I go to Harry Potter World there, I try and buy another like relic to like commemorate my day. And then I put it in my Harry Potter collection. I have a 6-story bookshelf in my room that is just Harry Potter stuff.
For real?
For real. Okay. And I also have a collector's broom that hangs over my TV. It's like a actual size. It was one of like 30 made. And before I had a boyfriend, let me tell you what, I can't believe I got laid. Like people would come in my room and they'd be like, why is there a broom over your TV? And I'd be like, well, sit down. And I have like a lazy boy that I make them sit in and then I show them everything.
Like Casper style. And
no one touches it.
No, I was saying that.
Oh.
You're yes-anding.
I basically have my own. I never liked improv. It was too much of a group thing.
I never did improv either.
Oh, well, that explains why you're bad at it. But he really is the sound effects guy. No, yeah. So I would buy like a thing every time I'd go to the. You okay?
Just a little angry.
About what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shit on you on your own podcast. You're very good at other things. I just don't think you should take up improv as
That's
a
great.
hobby.
That's fine.
You're a good conversationalist, just not improv comedy.
This is like a portion of like when Gordon Ramsay's just after he's railed into someone.
I wish someone would compare me to Gordon Ramsay. He follows me on Twitter. I don't know why.
Have you seen the cuts of the videos of they take footage of Gordon Ramsay talking to contestants from Junior and the other one?
Yeah.
What happened? Don't worry. Look, I'm here to help you. Please don't get upset. Hey, don't worry. Listen. Fuck off. Get out.
He's so nice to the kids and he's so fucking
Because
mean.
he has kids.
Yeah, he loves his kids.
So
Does he not?
No, he does.
Fuck Christ on a cracker. I don't want to hear
He
it.
does, but BuzzFeed wrote an expose when MasterChef first came out, and it's kind of buried because it was a long time ago before the show got really big.
Bring it out. You're gonna be like Hannibal Buress for his.
I don't mean to be because I love him and I want him to keep following me on Twitter forever. But I like had to get comfortable in my seat to expose the tea. The tea is. They wrote this article where an editor or like a journalist followed them around on a day of shooting and they were like hiding a lot of stuff. And like a PR person went with the reporter everywhere. Like she couldn't go anywhere without the PR person.
Or
Junior.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, maybe they were being weird because there was kids, but it's like, no, they were like hiding a lot of stuff from the reporter. And then Gordon Ramsay did this weird thing where like during a break, the chef wanted to like look at foods and he was like, well, if you want to look at the food so bad, why don't you do the challenge? This is a bad impression. Why don't you do the challenge yourself? And then like made her do the challenge in front of the whole crew. And like the crew was like booing at her and stuff. And she was like, I've never felt more bullied in my life. Like and it wasn't even like recording. It was for no reason.
Yikes,
and he like
just
made
to
her do
humiliate
the
her?
challenge. Yeah, just to humiliate her.
That's fine. I thought it was
Alright.
way worse what you
Cool.
were saying. Also, I'm gonna play back that impression, but now it's Mick Jagger.
Like, well, if you want to look at the food so bad, why don't you do the challenge yourself? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck country I came from in that accent. You know who I sat next to at a hair appointment the other day? Steven Tyler. And he looks like a tiny little wet Yorkie when his hair isn't done. When his hair isn't done, he's a tiny, tiny man. And he looks weird with long, stringy hair.
He looks weird. Period.
All the time. That's the point.
Speaking of roller coasters, Steven Tyler was a part of one.
I shit my
Disney.
pants on that roller coaster when I was a
wouldn't do
kid.
it. I would never do it. I got a shitting story at Harry Potter, but I ain't gonna tell that.
I want to hear it. Now you have to tell it. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can't
you
just
got
cut
Okay, well,
this
you
out.
tell your shit story. I'll tell
Okay,
mine.
I was on Rock and Roller Coaster when I was like 13. I was with my friend and her family, so it was very embarrassing.
Great.
And as soon as that thing took off, it goes 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. I shit my pants. I wasn't
Oh, you-
expecting it.
At
Fucking full
13?
on.
I full on shit. Yeah. It was the age of where I was enough to be embarrassed. So I
Yeah.
couldn't blame it on being a little kid. So after the ride ended, I ran to the bathroom and then I just threw my underwear away and like washed out as much.
the old throwing the underwear.
Yeah, and
away
I remember
trick.
some lady like knocking on my door being like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "No."
Did you throw this underwear?
Now that I'm thinking about all my like accidental pants shitting stories, I've got a lot to do with theme parks. But what's your Harry Potter one?
I don't know what made me feel so bad, but I was feeling like garbage at Universal Studios.
Oh, probably ate something.
And I think I was drinking a lot
That explains it.
because that was to get me on some of these rides.
You needed the liquid courage.
Yeah, I hate that I did that. I also got super drunk one time on Tower of Terror, and this little girl was looking at me. She was like, "You'll be okay." And I was like, I don't think so.
Wow.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I was at Universal Studios, and I was just fucking shitting like crazy, and I couldn't stop pooping everywhere. Like I in the restrooms. I made it to the restroom.
Yeah. Okay, that's
but
good.
but it was like
Need
it was
some fucking
like
context here.
gotta go back.
Yeah.
And I ended up in Hogsmeade,
Mm.
and in Harry Potter, if you're familiar with the Harry Potter films, there's a character called Moaning
Myrtle.
Yeah.
She lives in the boys' bathroom.
And they pump the audio of Moaning Myrtle into the toilets. Okay. And remember when I said this, I had never seen a Harry Potter anything. so I am literal death, sweating because it's Orlando.
Your butt is peeing. You're
I
peeing
am
out your butt.
pissing out my butt, and then there's shit like finally like people leave, and there's just like a quiet for a moment, and then you hear someone's making fun of me, and so I'm drunk.
That's a perfect impression too of this weird clip that they play of her like coughing, but it's like she's supposed to be crying, but it's like
Come to throw something else at me.
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck is that noise?
And you don't hear enough of it to get a real, like, because people are in there talking. So I am drunk and shitting and sweating.
Oh my
And
god!
I'm like,
and
I
then
think
this
I
little
wanna die.
girl starts talking to you.
I'm like, I'm hoping
I
I'm the
gotta
right
be
one.
honest, too, that is such a intrusive character in the movies too.
Mm-hmm.
She like comes in when Harry's taking a bath in
Yeah.
the Triwizard Cup.
Yeah.
She like dives into the bubble bath.
It's a
when
big tub
he's
too.
taking a bath and like, hello, if that was a guy ghost in the women's bathroom, we'd be having a different conversation. But
Oh.
no, that just kind of slid by. But we're
The
not here to
headless-
talk
the
about the
headless guy?
problems with Harry
The
Potter.
headless guy running
Why
around
you-
in the women's bedroom. He had a horse. I'm sorry, I didn't explain it fast enough.
Holy shit.
Billy, the big Scottish guy.
Nick, nearly headless Nick.
Yeah. If he was running around. I'm gonna stop doing this.
So how did that day end up for you? Did you turn out okay, or
I think I was fine after a couple shits.
is there
And a-
nothing
and a
worse
soft pretzel.
than when you get those pangs of diarrhea and you're just at a place where you know, like, I do not have the time for
Yeah.
this
You
literal
get the
shit right now.
waves.
Yes, the waves.
You're like, I think I'm gonna be okay.
Yep. No, and it's like the same feeling every time you know exactly what it is, and you're like, if I breathe the wrong way,
This day it's gonna be so bad.
Yeah.
oh, it's a day ruiner.
It seems
Why
like
am I only
we are talking about
shit about it? Because this is my life. Like literally, I'm wearing like I'm obsessed with this world.
you
but
are.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I have the Annie and whatever her name is jewelry line that they came out. This is the only Warner Brothers approved like J.K. Rowling jewelry
Really?
line.
They
Yeah.
gotta get in there.
Alex and Annie is what it's called.
Alex and Annie.
Let me tell you what. People comment on this every day. Like, it's a nice little thing. Like, I'm wearing this out.
Yeah.
And someone will be like, oh my God, always. And I'll be like, yes. And then we meet and then we talk and it's like a community building thing. It's like if you're wearing a Star Trek shirt or some shit.
That's the cool. See, I like this is a little bit on the nose, this Jaws thing.
Just
and
a
no
bit.
one's going to be like, ooh, Jaws, me too. You know? Because I saw like 5 guys
and no
with
one's
Jaws
that
shirts on the way
passionate
here.
about
Yeah,
Jaws.
Jaws is really fucking good. But
no one's passionate.
Yeah.
No one has that. It's one movie. Well, no, it's probably
it's like
more than
4.
one. Yeah, but no one cares about it. But like, it's revolutionary because of it being the movie that it was.
Right.
It's not revolutionary because of like the story. And
I mean, it
the
is very
characters.
good though. Please stop.
I have a very bad fear of sharks. So this was like kind of a big one.
Is that a Florida thing?
Yeah. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than bit by a shark is like the big fact everyone tells you to be not afraid. But my friend's dad was struck by lightning and bitten by a shark.
Oh.
I know.
What about him?
He was riding a bike and got struck by lightning.
And then bit by a shark?
And then like years later, like in his 40s or something, he was like wading through like a sandbar, which is like shallow water, and got bit by a baby shark.
A little guy?
Yeah, a little shark, but got bit by I think that's just very funny.
I think my fear would not be sharks in Florida. I'd
What
be
would it
worried
be?
about
Crazy
literally
people?
everything else. Yeah. Just being awake in Florida.
The culture there, I didn't like. I had a very, I wouldn't say normal childhood, but I had a childhood. I didn't think it was traumatic or weird until I left.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like, I was with a buddy this morning and we were coming up with show ideas, and I was like, what about like a miniature horse camp? And he's like, what? I was like, mini horse camp. You never went to mini horse camp? And he was like, did you? And I was like, yeah, every summer I went to mini horse camp.
Oh, man.
It was just like a thing all the kids did. You'd go and you'd train, whatever. Florida wasn't that big of a deal. No one gave a shit. Like, people would make fun of New Jersey because it was trash too. But it wasn't until social media came along and people were like, that guy just ate that guy's face off?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just pumping every story out. People are
now
looking.
it's Florida Man Reddit, whatever.
Trolling for
They're
Florida
looking
stuff.
for it. They're
Yeah.
trolling us.
I'm from the South, so I mean,
Are you
Kentucky,
Kentucky.
Virginia, Georgia, I've lived all of it. But I love to punch down, and we get to punch down.
Yeah. That's fair.
What time is it? We got to get you out of here, I feel like.
How about this? You invite me back. Do this as a little teaser.
Great.
That next time I come on, I will talk about Teen Mom.
And then it'll go like, we'll get all that fucking crazy. She's back. And then a zoom in on your face.
Yeah.
Next time I come on, I'll talk about Teen Mom.
Yeah, and it's like in slow motion, black and white. Next Teen Mom. And then you punch in Teen Mom.
You've been waiting.
So, Kelsey, it was
Patiently.
a year ago. We're in a new house. We're in your new mansion because you sold the podcast.
I'm
You've
rich as
toured.
heck.
Yep. I've got long hair. It's brown because I'm
Your
shooting a
hair
new
is so much
feature.
longer than I remember, and
Yeah,
it's
I
a
had
different
long
color
hair.
if I'm correct.
Whoa.
Nope, always been blonde since you've known me.
What you were saying. You're bad at fucking improv.
You were so believable. You were so believable that I was like, no, it's not. Because here's the fun part. I cut my hair. I cut a lot of my hair off. And so I was like, did you really know me when I had long hair? That was good. I take back everything I say. I'm eating my words.
Do I live in your house in this scenario?
In the pool house.
In the pool? Oh, hell yeah.
You stay in the pool house and you rent it.
Is a racist.
How is that racist?
I'm the pool boy. You know.
He's a pool boy.
Oh, that was on you, bro.
Hey, I'm Puerto Rican, so
Oh,
I think it's on you.
I love Puerto Rico.
it's a good place.
Hamilton's there right
Just
now.
stop.
Oh, is it really?
Everything is
Yeah.
on the list.
Hamilton's there right
Okay.
now.
Thought you just said Hamilton. Just tying it as closely as you can.
I love Puerto Rico.
Hamilton.
You know?
Oh.
You've been there.
Let's move away
Well, I do
from
have a Harry
this.
Potter question for you.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
So you're a super fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if you get this one. Many know that Gryffindor's ghost is nearly headless Nick, but what is his full name?
Ooh. Sir Nicholas. Does it start with a P?
Okay, so it's P is one of the last names. It's like a hyphen,
Shit.
situation.
I should know this. I wouldn't usually know this.
What's the P word? Do you know?
I don't know. So give me a hint.
Okay. Well, I'll give you. So it's Sir Nicholas Day, and then it's
Departe?
Day is
That's
like
my friend's
the
last
little.
Nicholas de Departe.
No, it's like the little shirt thing.
What is it? I'm
The
curious.
Mimsy Porpington.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't
would
think
have
you
never
were-
gotten
I didn't
that
know if
in
you were
my
gonna get that.
The other big one is like, do you know Dumbledore's full name? It's
I think
like,
that's on this list.
it's like
that I was
Brian is his middle name, and people think
Brian?
that's funny.
Brian.
That is funny. I should let you in on you have to answer 3 out of 5 questions right to leave the podcast.
Oh, well, I got shit to do.
Better stop fronting as some fakey Harry Potter fan.
Don't come for me. I live for HP, baby.
HP, baby.
HP.
Harry Potter. What was the alternate title for the first one for the old Brits? There's a Sorcerer's Stone. It's called
just give me a hint.
Socrates. That's actually a fucking good hint. He will not help you at all.
Give me a hint.
I don't think he knows.
I don't know.
I have
The British version.
The British version is
called-
not called Sorcerer's Stone.
No,
It's
I
called
know. It's called
Harry
like
Potter and the blank.
but it's
Stone.
because it's Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, it is the Philosopher's
That's
Stone.
one out of two.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione helped save the Sorcerer's Stone from being stolen. How old was its co-creator, Nicholas Flamel,
Yeah, Flamel.
when he decided to destroy it?
Ooh, he was either old as hell.
Uh-huh.
He was old as hell because he was alive forever.
I've been alive forever.
Is it over 100?
Yeah.
Is it over 1,000?
No.
Is it over 500?
Yeah.
Is it over 700?
No.
Is it over 600?
Yeah.
Is it 658?
Ooh, no.
Is it 642?
Ooh, even worse.
666.
Hey, one more down. One more down.
665.
All right.
I got the basic concept. Okay, he was old as fuck. That's
Yeah.
the point of the Sorcerer's Stone.
All right, let's see. I got another question here. New students need to learn the secrets of the castle. How many staircases does Hogwarts have?
Oh fuck.
Ooh.
52.
Ooh, no.
Not even close.
That's how many weeks are in the year. That's probably what you're thinking of.
That was anything. I thought you said weeks in a year. What did you say?
142.
Oh, I said 52.
You did say 52, so if you multiply that by 2 and then
Add.
by
How
3
many?
and then
How many?
minus 12.
Got it.
That's
More
what we said.
questions. I want to get one.
Okay.
Well, you
Do you
need
want
to
like a really
get...
hard one?
No,
Okay.
I obviously can't even get the easy ones.
Because this one just says like this is a really hard question.
Well, let me hear what the really hard one is.
I bet I get it right and you don't.
Fuck off.
I highly doubt you will get this.
Fuck you.
Name every ingredient contained in Polyjuice
No.
potion. There's
Got it.
7.
Eye of Newt is defo one of them.
It is not one.
Apart from a troll.
It's definitely
Just name one. Name one.
there's like a nut you have to squish. You have to get the hair of a person that you're gonna turn into.
You gotta get
That is
feather
one.
of a
A bit
hippogriff.
of the person that you want to turn into.
Yeah.
So that's one of them.
We'll count it if you don't get any more. There's an eyeball.
No, there's not.
No eyeballs.
Mm.
I'm going to tell you what. There's lacewing flies.
No.
And then there's another bug type animal thing.
Beetle.
No, they sucking on.
Scarabs.
Leech.
There it is. All right. So that's a point.
Scarab's not a thing.
Leech. You said scarab?
Is it?
Yeah, that's from
That's
The
from
Mummy.
yeah, the beetle looking.
And a cherub is an angel.
The baby angel.
The scarab
that's
is
that one.
to go back, and it's not
The
from the mummy.
Valentine's
It's from
angel.
just Egyptian culture.
Egyptian culture. Yeah, let's not take that.
All right, let's see if we got another question for you.
Get one right so you can go.
Here. Let's see.
This is for all the marbles.
Okay.
This is the only way you can leave this
Okay.
by getting this one
Okay.
question right.
Got it.
All right.
Copy.
All right. Let's do this. Okay.
And I need you to go as well. Please, God.
No, I want to stay forever in this a heat box.
For Harry's 17th birthday,
A
what color did Hermione turn the leaves of the Weasley's crabapple tree?
It's his favorite color.
Do you know this one?
No,
How'd we-
not at all.
Oh. I would like to hear you guess.
Purple?
I was going to say
No.
purple.
Gold.
Yes.
I knew it was gold. I should've
Okay,
gone
do it
with
again and
gold.
go gold.
All right. For Harry's 17th birthday, what color did Hermione turn the leaves of the Weasley's crabapple tree?
Gold.
I was going to say this is for all the marbles. but-
Sorry.
Kelsey
The
Darragh.
smartest person alive.
The smartest person ever.
Yay!
Watch Harry Potter, read the books.
You're
It's
plugging,
the best
you're
thing you've
plugging
ever
the
done.
most successful fucking franchise in the
Well,
last
I've got
decade.
2 idiots in the room who haven't read it, so it seems like I need to do the work. Okay.
I'm not reading that kid
JK,
stuff.
I won't take any royalties.
I'm going to
I
read
won't
it.
take any royalties, JK.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Wait. Get
Follow
your.
me on Instagram and Twitter at Kelsey Darragh.
It'll all be here.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Anyway, you guys just watched a fun time with Kelsey Darragh.
Yeah, she was great.
A lot of laughs to be had.
Yeah.
We'll have her back because she gave me a list of things to talk about. We didn't get anywhere near any.
Yeah, it was solely Harry Potter.
Mostly Harry Potter
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, I had it all queued up and everything.
You did great.
Hey, appreciate it.
Sorry to touch you.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It is hot.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Oh, gotta get out of here. It's too hot.
We're going crazy.
Twitter, Instagram, I'm into that pod. You can email us at imintothatpodcast@gmail.com. Follow EJ
At EJ Gomez on all social medias.
Follow me at Maddie_Riri.
Come watch this on YouTube.
At youtube.com/MaddieRiri. Thank you, Caleb Hurst, for letting us use the theme song. It is She's Thought Of. You can find him on SoundCloud at CalebHurst34. That's it.
That's
for
it.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.